Hello, welcome to episode 83 of No Holds Barred Pod. That's Sal Dodgson.
And that's Don McGowan. Welcome back, everybody.
Hello.
Right, part 2.
Part 2. So yeah, go and listen to episode 82 if you haven't listened to that already. But we're recording these back to back. So on Friday the 22nd, so we're catching up on... We've done pretty much all just reform on the last one mainly, and local election wise, isn't it? So this time I think we'll get into breaking news. Tulsi Gabbard resigned.
Oh,
so the director of national
another
intelligence,
woman, I see. Another lady.
Yeah, that's the three witches of Eastwick, isn't it? Pam Bondi, Tulsi Gabbard, and Christy Noem. They've all gone now. But yeah, three women. The three high-flying
Tulsi Gabbard
women.
was kind of sober.
Allegedly, yeah. She was the one that was flying around the world, like
relative to
having an
Christy
affair on
Noem, for example.
Private jet. Was that Tulsi Gabbard?
No, it was Christy Noem. No,
was that
Christy Noem was doing the banging. Yeah.
I'm just reading the news. Sorry.
The one with the strange husband with the balloon breasts and the prostitution
that's right.
fetish. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's interesting. So, yeah,
just normal stuff.
Yeah. The last of the high-flying women in Trump's cabinet has now just gone as of right now on Friday afternoon at 6 o'clock. So, yeah, that's interesting. I've got some stuff on Trump. We'll come on to him in a minute. Or maybe we could start with America and go into Labour. What do you reckon?
We can. I've got a little human interest bit. Can I do that? Because
do that first.
Just in things I found interesting. I've had a bit of a rough day, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, you said about this.
But I've fared quite well, so that's progress. I had a really rough night last night. I couldn't sleep twice. I forgot to take my sleeping tablets.
Oh, no.
Which was very annoying. And I got to 3:30 and I'm like, I'll be asleep in half an hour. There's no point in taking one now. And I was still awake at 6:30.
Yeah.
Nodded off. Next thing I know, I wake up to the front door being banged on. Why they just didn't ring my ring doorbell? Who knows?
Yes, I have that as well.
Because I'm fast asleep, I wasn't thinking. I just sort of jumped up, ran downstairs in my pyjamas and looking like someone had just dug me up. And there's two bloody builders there come to do my bathroom pipes. And I'm like, nobody told me you were coming. The man only came yesterday to do the snag list.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, come in.
Yeah.
So they come in. They're here for like two hours. They then disappear, and then there's another knock at my door, and for some reason, I've got this ring doorbell, and I'm still not used to just going, calm down, you can talk through the front door. And I jump up, and I'm like, oh, who's this now? And I thought, well, they've got me up, so whoever this is might as well get me up. So I go down to the front door, and it's a very official-looking lady with a clipboard and a thing, lanyard. And she wasn't political. And she'd been sent from OVO because I'm behind on my bills, because, you know, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
And I would normally, like, flip and have a massive anxiety attack, and I breathed through it. And the main point of this is that she was incredibly nice. Like, unbelievably so. And she must have been here for 40-odd minutes. And she said, can I come in? And I said, no, you absolutely cannot come in. I'm sorry. No. I don't trust anybody.
Yeah.
I just don't.
That's fair.
I said, are you a bailiff? And she went, oh, no, nothing like that. I'm like, good, because I've had no letters. And they basically sent her to chase me because I'm 400 quid behind on my gas bill. Or Lecky, I think it's gas. I'm behind on both of them. And she said, is there a particular reason you're in difficulty currently? And I'm like, are you for real? Hello? Yeah. And ended up giving her a little bit of an education, but in a really nice way. We were getting on really well, because to begin with, I got all upset, didn't I? Because that's what I do, and my brain freezes and I start like hyperventilating, and I had to like control myself, and I did. And she said, oh, are you on the vulnerable register? And I'm like, well, do you know what? I'm on the vulnerable register everywhere, and I have been for years. And the fact that you're calling at my house and having to ask me that makes me question why there's a vulnerable register and what does it do?
Yeah, for sure.
What? And she said, I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
And then started telling me how attractive I was, which was quite odd. I don't know if she was just trying to like de-escalate the conversation. It didn't need de-escalating. It was weird. But she was just very nice. And I'd actually said to her, my PIP actually came in last night and I am genuinely going to pay like 150 quid off it or whatever today. And she said, do me a favour. She said, don't do that. You can't afford to do that. And I'm like,
hold the phone.
I'm sorry. What did you say then? Can you repeat yourself?
Yeah.
She said, no. She said, if you haven't got it spare, she said, I can tell. Because I actually said to her, I'm stood at my front door and I went, look, I moved in 5 years ago. I still can't afford a carpet for downstairs.
Yeah.
I have no flooring. You know, it's not fun.
No.
And gave her a bit of a sort of a penny lecture because she said, oh, I can tell you're genuine, but there are people who, you know, some people get thousands because they've got loads of kids and they still say they're poor. And I'm like,
here we go.
Okay. However, but it wasn't like, it was an exchange of ideas. And I told her what we've been doing and how, you know, I'm trying to forge some sort of career that I can cope with my body. And that I can't get help from the government to set my office up and that. So it was but it was like, I've been in debt forever and for as long as I can remember, on and off. And I've never experienced anyone that nice and kind and willing to help. Because I had to explain to her about the energy companies profiteering. And it took me the entire conversation to persuade her that the wealth gap has done this. And not because I'm trying to like, I just wanted to understand a bit more. I mean, she was already very good and she's clearly very sort of mental health trained. But she said, oh, I don't know about all that. And I'm like, I know, but people really need to. That's why they're getting away with it all. I said, she said, oh, you know, all these people have got all these. I said, do you know how much these people are making in profit on energy companies while we're all fighting each other and scrapping? That's the problem. You know, but it's just, you know, yeah.
But that's brilliant to hear. Like, I mean, so she said,
got a debt collector had a mini podcast.
So she's just said, hold off for a bit until you're sort of a bit more in position to.
No, she didn't. She said ring them or get an advocate to help you ring them.
Right.
She said because she offered to do it with me. I just didn't have the capacity.
No,
and I wasn't
going
to have her in my house on my own. I won't do anything without witnesses now. Nothing.
No, fair enough.
She said ring them up and she said explain your circumstances to them and just figure out how you can sort of pay your monthly with a tiny bit on top to make up for what you owe. Which I'll do at some point maybe. But what I really wanted to say off the back of that is, because I hate asking for money or help of any sort, as you know, I am so desperate to get an office up and running in my little house so I can sit there and write things and keep records and do what Don does. It's been sat there for 12 months of me trying to do it myself and I just can't. I haven't got the capability. And I need to get a man in and buy a worktop to have a proper little desk area that I can pod from and have all my be organised from and get my life sorted out and start writing properly. And so if anybody can add anything to our Ko-fi pot that can help us with that, and I mean,
link.
There's
the link. Yeah, I'm just putting
Thank
the
you
link.
very much.
Yeah.
And it might be the first time I've managed to do this without breaking down crying, so I guess that's progress.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because trust me, off camera, there's a lot of tears.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's see if we can, because we're doing this for free. We don't make any money out of it. I mean, we got a bit from our Patreon, but that kind of pays for the software that we use to record. So, so chuck some money into the Ko-fi if you can and help Sal
obviously
get an office.
I get everybody's broke, and if you can't afford it, if you could just share us and help get our numbers up, that to get us back in the algorithm will bring our payday closer if it ever comes.
It will. So we're going upwards, but a bit slower than we want. So anything can help boost.
But
it
there
up.
is an awful lot of speculation rife since after I mentioned it to you a couple of weeks ago that the left are being completely and utterly shadow banned, aren't they? It would appear on all the platforms.
Definitely.
So we need to fight that, and we can only do it with people power.
Yeah,
like everything else.
I noticed. I've forgotten his name. Harry Eccles on Twitter, who's often gets hundreds of thousands, if not millions
Yeah.
of views on his tweets, is down in the low thousands on his tweets. He said to me, the other day that he's being shadow banned because he gets big numbers on his tweets, but he's not at all at the moment.
No.
Yeah,
I'm always the bloody canary down the coal mine, mate.
Yeah, I know.
Always. I need to just realise that now.
Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah. What Sal said, there's a Ko-fi link I put up, and all proceeds go to Sal's office, basically. That's for our Ko-fi. Absolutely all of it. So, yeah. And
I could be so much more effective if I had a proper workspace.
Yeah, imagine what would be like if we were both.
Oh, don't. It'll make me cry with happiness. Let's not, because it might still be a way off yet.
Yeah, but let's try and sort that out. That would be great. So, what do you want to talk about? I've got a bit about Labour. I think we should probably talk about Labour a little bit because.
Yeah, I've got a bit about Labour myself. You do your bit.
Well, I split it into two this week about Andy Burnham and then about the government, because the government have done a couple of things this week which are a bit weird, I'd say. They announced some cost of living proposals in the week. Rachel Reeves did, to help alleviate the forthcoming cost of living catastrophe.
I've got a hunch.
Bomb us. Go on.
I am lowering my expectations right now because I don't know about any of this. So, are they cutting benefits?
No, they're not. Some of it's good, to be fair. Some of it is not brilliant. So, one of the worst things is I had to get the detail from the Sun website because their comms are so shit. Yeah, I know. That I knew it happened, and then I started searching for it this afternoon. And it took me ages to find a list of what she'd announced. And an event, I ended up on the bloody Sun website to find it. So if that doesn't tell you how shit the government comms are when they're announcing things that are supposedly good, that's quite damning indictment on their comms. But anyway, so what they've announced this week is a temporary cut in VAT rate for summer attractions. So that covers fairs, theme parks, zoos, and museums, which it's good enough. I mean, it takes a bit of VAT off, so for keeping the kids happy in the summer. So a bit cheaper. It's not a lot, is it? 20% down to 5% VAT. It's not going to make any difference
by the time the cafes put the money up again.
Well, this is the thing. They've said that free bus travel for children from 5 to 15 in England. They said during the summer holidays, but actually it turns out it's only just August. It's just for August specifically.
Shut up.
So the whole sort of 2 weeks of July.
Oh my God, this is patronising.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's some good and some bad in this, and I think the way they've rolled it out is pretty bad because, I mean,
there's
not
more.
Even
a stick and plaster.
Well, there's more. I'll tell you about in a sec.
Pointing towards the hospital.
It says it's going to cost about £300 million, which is fucking nothing in the grand scheme of thing that they're putting towards this. Especially. As you were just talking about the energy companies, they could have put a windfall tax on the oil and gas companies and make billions off of that right now. But anyway,
they need to put a profiteering cap on.
Yeah,
everything.
Absolutely. So they've announced that the 5p fuel duty, which was due to come on, the raise in duty on fuel was being cancelled until at least December. They've backed. This is a weird one. An increase by 10p a mile in tax-free mileage rates for self-employed people. So when you're self-employed and you use your car for work, you can claim, and it's always been 45p per mile, so they put it up to 55p.
That's but again for the excess fuel duty.
Yeah, but only for the summer again. And the weirdest one is a £120 million fund to help the ceramics industry, which is really struggling apparently. But
Staffordshire.
Yeah, mostly, isn't it? So but it's not brilliant, is it? It's good that some things are good, like the bus fare, but why not do it for the whole summer? Like free buses. Like someone said,
why not just roll it out full stop?
Yeah, that's what someone said when it was announced. Oh, they've done this to combat Andy Burnham. Like, but then the detail is it's only for 4 weeks. Like, that's not combating Andy Burnham in any way, shape, or form. It's just a piecemeal kind of like.
I wouldn't even call it an entire piecemeal. It's It's
half a piece meal.
Scattering of patronisation.
Yeah. So
it's not good enough. It's just not good enough. We need a total reset.
I just don't think cheap theme park or opera tickets is the thing that people need in the forthcoming energy wars we're about to go through. So, fuck yeah, it's not great.
The lady from OVO told me to go over to EDL.
Who that? EDL, the English Defence League.
Oh no, I don't mean that, do I? EDF. These acronyms, man, have predicted they'd be confusing, and now they are.
I know. I used to work for a company called EDS with an S on the end, and I always get that confused as well.
Ring the EDL up. Do you do gas?
Is Tommy Robinson there a minute? I want to change my energy supplies. Yeah. Oh, no. But anyway.
Oh, I'm getting a bit warm now.
Oh, it's bloody boiling. So, yeah, that's the government's kind of announcement this week on that. And I just don't think it's enough by any stretch. £300 million is not, it's not even going to touch the sides, is it, of this sort of thing. They have said they're going to also cut the food tariffs on food, so they're going to put a cap on certain foods. There's 150 different products. They announced it as biscuits and something else the other day. But
the supermarkets need grabbing by the balls.
Yeah,
they always have done.
But again, a price freeze is nothing. It doesn't mean anything because we're already at
when they're all price fixing it anyway.
Exactly, we're almost at the highest cost of food in the history of the country, and freezing them at that point is not going to really do very much.
How are we not already there?
What at the highest?
Yeah.
I know I kind of just made that up, but I assume we probably are at the highest of all time.
Yeah.
I was just pontificating. But yeah. No, we must be, mustn't we? We must be at the highest cost of food ever. And that's where they're going to freeze it at. So it's not ideal. It's not going to help anybody, is it? Not bringing costs down.
They should have done that 10 years ago.
Inflation's dropped again, but this week, but it just means things are getting more expensive slightly slower than they always do, but I don't know.
I can see what they're trying to do, but I don't think it's going to work because you need a total reset.
Yeah, we do. The other good thing about Labour this week came out of London, though. Sadiq Khan,
bless his cotton socks.
Yeah, has done something that the government should be doing. Yeah, he blocked a £50 million contract with Palantir for the Metropolitan Police.
Good man.
Fucking absolutely top drawer work from Sadiq Khan, that is. Because the least we have to do with that pernicious kind of, what are they? Parasite, Palantir. Pernicious parasite Palantir? Yeah, that works. The better. So yeah, well done Sadiq Khan on that. That's good news.
Mm-hmm.
So then, what's your John McDonnell news that you were telling me about before?
I messaged him the other day because I've been trying to find answers and I couldn't, and I was getting a bit frustrated. Yeah. So I took the unusual step of DMing him again.
Yeah.
And I just said, look, can you, I've said, sorry to bother you, but I can't find answers anywhere. Could I please get your comment on how Andy Burnham may affect the state of the Hillsborough law, please? Seems to me like a crucial point nobody is addressing. Yep. And he said, Andy Burnham has assisted in pressing the government to get this legislation on the statute book, and so it will be a great boost for the Hillsborough campaign.
So nothing. Oh. So nothing really.
So still none the wiser. But what I know is I put the seed in a head.
Yeah,
that's all I can do.
True.
That's all I can do.
I mean, he sat down with some Hillsborough families this week, didn't he? I saw in the news. But I don't. Nothing really came
without addressing that.
No, exactly. So, how long have we got? So we got about a month till the election, just under a month, isn't it? So he's going to have to crack on with that stuff. Now that they know it's a 2-horse race, it's just he's going to have to pull out all stops, including that Hillsborough stuff.
I see. I think he'll fly now. Now the Greens have pulled out and Restorer join in.
I don't know. Reform have got this momentum at the moment. I just don't know.
They haven't. They're literally losing vote share.
No, but in the locals they stormed it, didn't they? Really, but I know they lost
vote share nationally.
I know. But in that kind of northwest region, they're quite popular.
Yeah, but as I pointed out to the Greens in the meeting, there's only a couple of by-elections going on now, so you can throw the kitchen sink at this one ward
fair.
and smash it.
Yeah, I hope so.
And yeah,
I mean,
everyone
obviously,
can
I
do
hope
that,
so.
but you would hope the people with reason would have more sway.
Yeah.
I say reason, we're talking about genocidal Labour, but, you know, it is where we are.
Yeah, very true. The thing is with Burnham as well, last week he announced if he got to become leader somehow, he would stick to Rachel Reeves' fiscal rules, didn't he? We talked about that on the last episode. But this week he also announced that he was going to fully back.
I hope he's lying.
Well, this week he said he fully backs Shabana Mahmood's immigration crackdown.
Yeah, it's not looking good, is it?
Which is not ideal.
Are we replacing the Ayatollah with another Ayatollah?
Yeah, exactly. It's not change. It's just continuity. Whether he's just saying this to get in and then he'll go back on it. I don't think.
This is why I think the Hillsborough Bill is crucial.
Yeah, it might well be. It could be a sway. But if he goes in and backtracks on what he's promised, then he's fucked, and then they'll just get rid of another one.
He's never coming home again.
No, exactly. So I don't know.
He'd be the first Scouse PM since Gladstone.
Is that right? Yeah. Was Gladstone Scouse, was he?
He's from Litherland, yeah.
Fair enough. I didn't know that.
Most people in Litherland don't. To be honest, I didn't find out till I was about 30.
No,
and my dad was massive into politics, so.
Yeah. Oh, weird. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Burnham's a bit of an enigma to me at the moment. I think a lot of things have been written and said about him, which some are true, some are not, obviously, but he doesn't appear to be. I mean, he only launched his campaign properly yesterday, so give him a chance and let's see what happens in the next week or two. But I don't know.
I want to say he's like a chimera that needs to settle down, but I don't know if those words make any sense. My brain thinks they do. Is a chimera what I think a chimera is? Like a shapeshifter that can't settle.
I thought a chimera was like a dragon made of fire.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking. Anyway, not to worry.
Find out.
Do you know what I mean? No, it's like you're sort of waiting to see what sort of shape inside he sort of settles on. Just tell us what your platform is, please.
Yeah, that's it. But as I say, hopefully, because he's officially launched now, we'll find out a bit more next week. A chimera typically refers to a fire-breathing hybrid monster from Greek mythology. It's half a lion. What? Body of a lion, a goat's head protruding from its back, and a snake for a tail.
So we don't know if he's going to be a goat, a snake, or a lion. So really, it fits perfectly.
No, it does. You're
Doesn't
right.
Doesn't it? Yes, it does.
Yeah. No, it does. It's shape-shifting. It's a combination of different things.
Yeah, so sort of about there. Okay.
Yeah, that works.
I had this before. I had a thought, and I couldn't make sense of it. There must be something wonky with my brain at the minute.
So yeah, he's going to back the immigration crackdowns with Shabana Mahmood. I mean, to be fair, looking at the statistics that came out yesterday, it's actually working. She's absolutely smashed the shit out of the figures, but I mean, a lot of people are suffering because of it. We're down to the lowest net migration figure since 2012 now, and asylum hotel usage.
You wouldn't know it, would you?
Down by 2/3. Well, I was listening to Nick Ferrari this morning, and because I wanted to hear his opinion on it, which gives you a spin on it. Yeah, no, because you need to know what they're saying on the right, don't you? But basically, him and Tom Swarbrick are trying to paint it as a bad thing now, that the thing that they've wanted for years has happened, and now they're saying it's
our critical birth rate is a problem.
Well, yes, that's very true, but they're now calling it a brain drain, and it's everyone's leaving the country. Like, oh my God.
Proven by the very fact that they themselves were at the top of their career path.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Oh, it's just nuts. And I heard a guy call up.
I don't disagree. Do you?
What, the brain drain?
Look at the government.
Yeah, true. No, they're blaming it on young people leaving. They're saying that's why the immigration statistics are down.
Who blame them?
Well, the right now are. But they've got what they wanted in the immigration being like stunningly low compared to what it was under the Tories. Nearly £1 million, not £1 million, 1 million people in a year under the Tories. It's now like 212,000. But I heard a guy call.
This entire cycle of behaviour is so toxic and juvenile.
Well, it is. It is.
How is it still going on?
Yeah, because people like the guys calling into LBC to Nick Ferrari this morning saying, "Oh yeah, well it might be good that the numbers are down, but it doesn't actually mean that anything's changed." And it's illegal migration still wrong. And you look at the figures for illegal migration, and they're through the floor compared to what they were under the Tories. In fact, small boat arrivals, there's been no small boat arrivals at all for nearly 2 weeks now. Not a single one. Like. I
was shocked. Maybe it's just me, I don't know, to learn those poor 3 girls who washed up last week. I assumed they'd come off a boat. They didn't.
No, they fell down a hole. It's fucking tragic.
They fell down a hole?
Yeah, they fell down a bit in the cliff, I think, and they got drowned. It's absolutely tragic. That is horrible. God. Yeah. No. But that Valentina Gomez, that horrible Nazi woman from America, was saying, "Oh yeah, it's people on boats," but no, it's just 3 women. I think they were out walking, and it was just a tragic accident. It's just horrible. So yeah, it's really sad.
But the press didn't go to pains to explain that at all.
No, they didn't.
Just three women drowned.
Yeah, I found that by looking at something random the other. Oh no, in fact, it was. I think it was the news agency, what we talked about last week, Dan's website, that gives this sort of non-partisan briefing that told me about that. But yeah. So yeah, that's kind of the week in Labour, really. Mostly bad, a couple of good things, really. I think that's probably sums up really their 2 years. So, oh yeah, go for it. What have they done?
Says, let me go to my bookmarks. As our resident GP pod advisor not given an opinion on this?
Not yet.
I haven't asked.
Have you? No. She's been at work being a GP. No, I haven't had a chance yet, but I will. Yeah, what is this that's been announced today about the fit notes?
The government have produced a fit note, and if I keep scrolling, it might pop up. Here we go. It's our very first pod guest, Dr. J. Watts, tweeted.
Oh, yeah.
GPs will no longer issue sick notes under a government trial. People will be directed to social prescribers instead. This is peak neoliberal governance, a structural refusal to allow people to be ill, rest, or temporarily step outside a certain model of productivity.
Social prescribers, who are they going to get to do that? Yeah, go on.
Well,
sorry.
I'll talk to you about that in a second. So, The Times says GPs will no longer issue sick notes under government trial that aims to reduce the number of benefit claimants who are signed off work because of poor health. The Times understands. So GPs will no longer issue sick notes under a government trial that aims to reduce the number of benefit claimants who are signed off work because of poor health. Benefit claimants signed off work. I just want to drill that into everybody. People who work shouldn't have to claim benefits. That's a broken society.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. The pilot programme is set to refer workers struggling with their health to social prescribers based in their doctor's surgery, who will recommend patients take up alternatives such as exercise regimes and job coaching to help them stay in work. More than 11 million people were given a fit note, formerly called a sick note, last year. According to official statistics, almost all of them declared the recipient not fit for work, meaning they received no further support on re-entering employment. Now, has something changed in the last 16 years? Because it was my understanding that if you had to ask your GP for a sick note, it was because you weren't capable of going to work.
Yeah.
Why would they tick any other box?
Don't know. Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Absolutely. It makes no sense. And they're now scapegoating working people going off work sick. That's what this is. Now, it depends what you're going for. My social prescriber at my GP surgery is an absolute legend. I love her. She's brilliant. She's very young, very knowledgeable, very keen, very open-minded. I don't think everybody has a Carla. And I'm not slated to have to go back to work. because I'm very limited. But that was me for many, many years, having to get sick notes to go off work all the time because I was struggling to stay in the workplace. That would have driven me off a cliff.
Yeah.
Because it's basically, you've got people who are persuading you and trying to G you up to stay in work when you're just not well enough.
You can't, yeah.
And they're saying, oh, that they're going to be advised to go and do some gardening. And if somebody has to go off work because they've just been diagnosed with a tumour or something, or MS, how is a social prescriber, as well-meaning as they might be, going to help them?
Yeah, it's a strange one.
Back into work, which is the purpose of this. Sorry, social prescribers can help, but the government want them to get people from being sick back into work. These are lay people. Yeah. These are people who've gone to college and got a BTEC or whatever, and they're great, but they're not doctors, and they'll never replace them. And if people are sick, they're sick. And they will be because you spent 16 years absolutely crippling the entire population with austerity. You fucking imbeciles.
Well, what I was about to say is it kind of ties into that, because I think it'll just end up causing more work for GPs because, like, yeah, as you say, these people are well-meaning and they're trying to do their job, but at the end of the day, they're going to sort of spend 2, 3, 4 weeks with a person, then they're still going to come back for a second appointment with their GP. So it's potentially going to double some work for GP. I don't know. I will ask my GP contact.
But they're now shitting on sick people who have jobs.
No, yeah, I know.
Not just sick people who don't have jobs. So it's
another crackdown. Yeah,
it's disgusting.
Doesn't seem right, does it, to me? I don't know about it, but I'll ask for the inside track and we'll report back on that and see what we get.
We like an expert opinion, don't we?
Yeah, but it doesn't seem particularly logical or particularly fair, does it? So, yeah.
The social contract has long been broken, and these aren't even band-aids, these are insults.
Yeah, it's a kick in the teeth, isn't it? Yeah. So... do you want to move on to some batshittery in America? Because some of it's quite funny.
I've seen him speaking this week.
Well, I'll tell you why you haven't seen it, because it came from the same press conference where he said that he would try to make it to his son's wedding. Did you not see that either? He was asked about his son getting married. And now I haven't checked, but I assume it's Eric because, and he said, I'll put another clip in of Trump because it's worth it.
He'd like me to go, but it's going to be just a small little private affair, and I'm going to try and make it. I'm in the midst. I said, this is not good timing for me. I have a thing called Iran and other things. That's one I can't win on, but he's got a very... person who I've known for a long time.
But he said, I'll try to make it to his son's wedding. He said, but it's not very good timing because I don't know if you've heard of this thing called Iran. Like, okay. And then he dribbled on a bit and he said, he's a person I've known for a very long time. His son.
Iran?
No, his son. He said
who?
He said... he's a person I've known for a very long time. I honestly think that when he started the sentence and was asked a question about his son getting married, to the point where he finished the sentence, he didn't know who he was talking about. He'd forgotten that it was his son. I think he's completely lost his marbles. I think they started a question about his son getting married, and he ended the question rambling about a man he'd known for a very long time. He's mad. Literally the madness of King Trump, isn't it?
He's not a king. Don't call him a king. It makes him happy.
No, that's true. And then the non-funny bit of Trump this week is, the war's still kind of in ceasefire, although, it's still causing us endless problems with oil and gas. But, well, apart from Labour, I'm not even going to go down that route about the Russian oil sanctions. But anyway, Trump was asked about the war continuing, and he said, we lost 13 people so far. In other wars, you lost hundreds of thousands of people. He said, I get a kick when I look at somebody on television say he's lost 13 people. I get a kick from it, he said. I mean, the man's a fucking monster. And then nobody else said anything to him. They didn't ask him any further questions. Because I think probably quite shocked, to be honest with you, because, how can you say that about 13 service people that have died in his completely fucking unnecessary bullshit war in Iran? Not good.
It's mad how one man can just hold the world to hostage, isn't it?
Totally is. Totally is holding
hostage.
the whole. Yeah. We're all like sitting here waiting to see how it's going to impact our summer, because we're going to end up paying through the fucking nose for everything for the next year, probably. It's all
Oh,
about
yeah, the way
hit.
things are going, we're still on for civil war.
Yeah, potentially.
He's paying off the Jan 6s £1 million. Ordinary Americans are struggling like we are. No.
So he set up a fund. Yeah, he set up a fund, hasn't he, to compensate allies of Trump himself. $1.7 billion.
What he's doing is paying to make sure they do it again when he wants them to.
That's exactly what I think is happening as well, because I saw Enrico Tarrio, the Proud Boy leader. He said, I'm going to claim off this fund. Yeah, militia. Yeah, exactly. I think that's exactly what's happening.
Been predicted for about 5 years.
And Marjorie Taylor Greene came out yesterday and said he's not leaving in 2028. You know this, don't you? She said, and it was like,
how does she still think he's going to be breathing then?
Wow, it's only 2 years away now, a year and a half.
He's walking round in a nappy, falling asleep, and talking broken biscuits,
molesting people's bare bellies and forgetting his son.
Oh, stop it! Jesus fuck! I'll never forget that.
Sorry.
Ever. That's the worst thing I've ever seen him do.
I'll have to put a trigger warning on the episode notes.
I mean, it was repulsive, but he was very natural about doing it, wasn't
he? Yeah, that's what I said. It's sexual assault.
That's what was so.
Yeah, he's not shy of doing that.
He's a debauched man.
So, 2 more things on America. Jeff Bezos. I said in the first episode I was going to say something that Jeff Bezos said, which you might have seen, because it's absolutely horrific. He came out in public yesterday and said to the world, if I do my job right, the value to society and civilization from my for-profit companies will be much, much larger than the good that I do with my charitable giving. So what he's saying is, like, all the money he makes from his Amazon is much better for the world than him giving money to poor people or sick people.
How does he figure that out?
Because he's a nutcase. He's a billionaire nut job.
He's a delusional fuckwit, yeah.
Like they all
They
are.
don't have the same reality, and therefore should have absolutely no bearing on anybody else's life, because they're insane.
But unfortunately they do. I know, I just thought that was such a sad thing to say. That, oh yeah, don't worry, give me more money, that'll be better for the world than if I give it all away. It's just grim, isn't it? It's
There's me asking for £400 and feeling like a twat.
Yeah. It's just such a sad state of affairs, isn't it? I know.
I don't want money that other people need more. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just want a bit so that I can live.
Yeah.
And that's like across the board.
Mm-hmm. I'm
never going to have like ambitions of being wealthy. I don't want that. I just want to not suffocate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I know. It's just really, really sad. It's sad. But slightly better news. I don't know if you can see my little. There he is, Snoopy on his surfboard.
Cute.
Well, the owner of the music to the legendary cartoon Peanuts is suing the shit out of. He's suing Trump because Trump keeps using his music repeatedly, and he said it comes from Lee Mendelsohn Film Productions, who own the copyright to A Charlie Brown Christmas and loads of other Charlie Brown shows. And he's filed several lawsuits in the courts of New York and DC against Donald Trump for using his music. So good on him.
What's he use it on?
Oh, I think he's used it in videos on Twitter, social media and stuff. It's just background, like the soft piano.
Yeah,
that's
it's
sort
like
of
jazz though, isn't it? It's
yeah,
like
a bit jazzy. Yeah. And I think he's used it loads and loads of times, because the case says something like he's... let me find a link and I'll open it. And it says that he's used it. Anyway, it just says he's used it repeatedly, and it said they've had enough of it, basically. So I hope the first of many, because
3,000 lawsuits.
Yeah, God knows how many. But I mean, these musicians and artists that he just abuses need to fight back. So it might hopefully push them in the right direction if they get a positive result, because he's just so fucking rude and just nicks everyone's stuff without asking, doesn't he? So
Yeah.
yeah, so good on you, Peanuts. I love Snoopy, and yeah, maybe Snoopy can bring down Trump. That would be an absolute beautiful end to Donald Trump's reign. But it won't happen. But yeah, so I think that's probably about it. I didn't get around to finish it. Go on.
No,
I was
just
just
got a funny little Russell Kane to end on that just
yeah,
made me
we'll
giggle.
we'll put that in a minute, so stick around. I didn't quite get around to finishing my potholes episode, is all I was going to say. Not episode, article. Sorry, everyone. I know people are desperate for the potholes. It's coming.
Your career's not going to take off until you put that article out, Dan.
Yeah.
Dan? Why do I just call you Dan?
It's not the worst thing I've been called. Yeah.
Sorry, Don.
So yeah, it's fine.
Partridge, isn't it?
You called me Donald last week, so yeah.
I did actually shout Dan several times at Farage just for fun the other week because we were in a car park as well. Drives a Japanese Mercedes.
Yeah.
Dan.
Yeah, that's it. I'm too hot now, and it's 7:30 at night, so I think we'll wrap it up. Yeah. Yeah, stick around, watch Russell Kane in a minute. As Sal said earlier, I'll put the link up again for the Ko-fi. If you can help out Sal's project, we could do with Sal getting an office as well. Really kick us into higher gear.
And if you can't, please do the like, share and subscribe.
Yeah.
That'd be smashing.
That's the free way to do it.
Have a lovely weekend.
Yeah, enjoy the sunshine. We'll be back next week with more chaos. Bye for now.
Bye.
Hiya, I'm Andy Burnham, and what I'm doing right now, I'm just making a cup of tea. I do loads of really normal things throughout the day, and having a cup of tea is just one of them. Hey, it's Andy Burnham here. I'm just about to make some toast, with white bread, of course. I wouldn't even know how to spell sourdough and wouldn't be interested in it, because it's not normal enough. I like a nice slice of white, thank you, toasted on a normal toaster. Hiya, Andy Burnham here. I've just put my sock on. I've got shoes and socks, and sometimes I put a sock on, but that's what life's about, isn't it? Just being normal. I'm just going in here because I'm going to have a shit. I'm just like you, really. Sometimes I go in the toilet and have a shit. Hi, I'm Andy Burnham, and I have an insatiable urge for power. I like gravy. Eat up. I want to use.